Based off of tonight's lesson and that whole concept of Jesus having a why, I think for me personally, my why is at least the thing that motivates me when it comes to seeking and saving the lost is that my hearers, the people who hear me, the people who see me living my life and really speaking about my convictions, that they know God is someone they can trust. I think that's the one thing that I'm very passionate about when it comes to that whole purpose of seeking and saving the lost is that my hearers can trust God. So I really aspire for anybody that I am reaching out to or that I'm being an example for to know that God is someone who loves them, period. I think that this entire time, God has been doing things to show how much He loves us. Most importantly, by sacrificing His Son, Jesus Christ, for us on the cross. It's taken me a very long time to really even understand that for myself personally, all the different things that God has done to really rescue me, to really show me grace, to really give me hope, to really make it clear that He wants me to make it to His kingdom, despite all the mistakes that I've done, despite all the different ways that I might have messed up or not really understood what was important to understand. And the more I learn about God's character and understand the things that He has done for me personally through Jesus Christ, through the sacrifice of His Son, the more it encourages me to trust Him, the more it encourages me to open up to Him in prayer, to be honest about what's going on in my heart, to confide in Him, to be vulnerable with Him, and really just to be transparent before Him. I think that learning more about God and really understanding His character and really seeing that relationship that Jesus has with God through the scriptures, it encourages me to open up to God and to really give Him my trust. And that is my why when it comes to how I would want people around me to really respond and reciprocate to God in terms of seeking and saving the lost. When it comes to talents and passions, it's so ironic because I became a disciple long before I actually began to serve as someone who sings in the worship ministry. That wasn't really a talent that I even really knew I had until I started serving in church. And now, I think I've gotten better at singing. But I will say that, at least in these last few years, singing has become so much more of a gift and a blessing to me personally because singing doesn't just help encourage the people around me, it really helps my heart as well. I think that the more that I understand God's love, the more that I learn about God's character, the more that I see all the different ways that God shows me grace and really shows grace to the people in my life, my family, my friends, even my coworkers, even strangers, even just people that I might meet on the street. The more I realize when I sing, and use that specific talent that, yes, it's not only a gift from God, but it helps to remind me just how amazing God is and how much He deserves that talent to be given back to Him. So when I sing these days, I definitely feel like I've gotten better using my voice to sing. But I think what's been really special for me personally is that now when I use the talent, it actually convicts my heart. Like it actually reminds me of God's character. And I have to be very careful sometimes when I'm singing these days because depending on the lyrics of the song, I can get really emotional and I have to like kind of dial it down. So, but honestly, that has been a really special new chapter when it comes to serving and using my talents. And there are other things I love to do. I love to draw. I love to illustrate. I love to encourage people and make them feel comfortable and make them feel hopeful. I feel like that's something that I can do no matter how I'm feeling, no matter how the day is going. So it feels really special to be able to incorporate those just natural things I love to do into ministry, into being a witness to the goodness of God's character. Because my ultimate goal is to encourage people to trust God. So if I can use my talents to give people pause and to make them think, oh, you know what? I will pray. I will open up this time. Even though I might not really feel like it or I didn't want to do it before. That's an amazing gift in of itself. Just being able to use your talents to encourage people around you to open up to God, and then to have the talents you're using actually encourage you yourself to open up to God, no matter how you're feeling. So I just feel like that's a really special gift, and it's something, that I want to continue doing. And this lesson really reminded me that there's an opportunity to use my gifts to do that. So.